it's one of the things we all hear. We've heard this all along, that it's all about the food for the horses. All they want is the food. It's only the food. It's only the food. It's only the food. They're only doing it for the food. Well, let's just kind of break that down. And we were just hearing it the other day from people that know what we do, and they're like, yeah, they just want the food. And I was like, but it's not just that they all want the food. They want to play the game. They know they're going to get the food. How many times have we seen the horses walk away from their food? If you dumped a bunch of food in their bucket and they're in the barn and you're still there, I think they would come to more often than not, they're going to come to the stall and want to still do stuff and interact. So one of the things that happens through the classic conditioning is we become classically conditioned. We become things that trigger endorphins and dopamine and a visceral response, oxytocin, bonding. We become very, very valuable to our horses, or to whatever. That's just the nature of classic conditioning. And the more we do and utilizing food, the more we become a valuable commodity in that. And if we're smart about the training and doing it in a systematic way, we've engaged them in this game that is also very rewarding. And so when we show up, they're like, the fun's here, and it is just like Jesse said. It's like when your friends that you're close with, when they show up, you're happy they're there. You don't think, you owe me food, pay me, or anything. You just think, gosh, I feel good that my friends are here. I look forward to our time together. So sometimes I think that people they mislabel that excitement for us as excitement for the food. And I think that is kind of a slippery slope that we just want to be careful of. One, trying to focus more on the relationship parts as well, but recognizing that the food has played a part of this classic conditioning and creating this visceral response for them, this seeing us and just feeling good and wanting to spend time with their friends and their entertainment and doing the things that the humans bring to the table. So I think that it's important that we start to recognize that. Now, demanding something, demanding attention, is still not, what we want to see them do. But I think a lot of times people assume they're demanding attention demanding food, when I think actually a lot of times they're demanding attention. So it's them wanting to do stuff, wanting to interact, and we have a tendency to make the sessions be the thing, so then they're like, let's go do the thing. So it's doing something. So they're busy and wanting to get busy and doing the things. So I think if we can very thoughtfully think about the times, think about the things your horses like, and building up the time and the quiet time and the relationship times. Now, Henley is one that she will see me a lot. It's not every single time we're doing a session. Lately, it's been more we're doing sessions. But with, like when she first came to me, I would go see her several times a day. And it wasn't about, we did sessions a day, multiple sessions in a day, but we also had a lot of quiet time where I might be brushing her and I might be making her food. I might just be sitting in her stall. I may be hugging and scrubbing on her. And so those things are also a very important part of our relationship. So sometimes I come up to Henley and she's like, yay, my human's here. And I recognize that she's probably thinking, I hope we get to go do something, but I'll slow it down. I'll take deep breaths and I'll just rub on her and love on her and scrub and do the things that I find that she likes. If she doesn't like tactile and being rubbed on, I'm not going to do that. Just sit quietly and let her explore my shoes and my hair and my, whatever she wants to do. But knowing that she does, I will go up and I will start, giving her wither scratches with my arms around her neck, and she just kind of nuzzles into that. And you can tell that I make sure that we have those times on a regular basis. It helps that this was something that Jessie did as a baby with her little horses, also know humans as a good thing. So she already had that foundation there, but it was up to me to nurture it, because she could lose that. She could have lost that in the time away from here. So really trying to build that relationship. Now, are there times that I come up and I go to give her a hug and she just feels like, don't? Yeah. Some days I feel like she doesn't feel snuggly at all right now. And that's okay. I don't push it, and I don't, to be honest with you, the other day I came up and I come out with carrots and all the horses are nickering and I have the bags of carrots are in my hand because I'm bringing them from the grocery store. And typically she's the first one, she's the princess. She's going to get the first ones. And she just kept eating and she ignored me. And and everybody else is like, yay, she's here, she's bringing us carrots, we see what she's about to do. So I let them know this was about giving them reinforcers, but I still rub them with these pieces. I rub on their faces, I scrub their necks, I hug on them, so that this is also part of the reinforcement time. But did I walk away from that a little bit and be a little like, well, yeah, my feelings are hurt a little bit, but in my heart, I know it's just, there's times I wake up and I just don't want to do the things I love normally. I'm just kind of maybe not feeling it for whatever reason, distracted. Our horses are entitled to the same things. But by making sure that we have quiet times, that we reinforce quiet times, and even if I go and hug and rub on her and she's being all sweet, I may go get a carrot afterwards, but sometimes I don't. So it's about mixing it up and not having everything just be a session. With the marine mammals, we did play sessions, learning sessions, exercise sessions, husbandry sessions, relationship sessions, socialization sessions, and shows. We made sure that they had a diversified day. So it wasn't all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Even though we knew that we made sure that the training was fun. That was the number one goal. And when it's fun, we can reach high criteria. But we still diversified the day so that people didn't get kind of pigeonholed into making progress on something, but realize, you know what, we need to break it up. And we want our learning time to feel like a precious time together, not like, wah, here she is again, but, oh, I don't know what we're going to do. So by adding some diversity and intermittent, kind of reinforcement in there and different things that we're doing, we can really help to strengthen the environmental enrichment that we bring to the relationship. But we also can say it's not always about the food, and being sure that we're playing the game and we're having the quiet times and paying attention to the other things that our horses like and utilizing those things as well. So it's just a little food for thought that we really want to, when we heard that, it was kind of, it was a little bit, I kept thinking, no, that's not just what it's about. If we dumped their food in their bucket, they would still be hanging over their walls instead of, so they can be with us all the time. They'd still be hanging over like, let's do something. I want to do something. And I think that it's really important that we recognize that, but we also try to build in some quieter times with a little less activity and building that relationship and meeting their needs on every single level. And that's where environmental enrichment, relationship, oxytocin, the bonding, the safety, the socialization, the play, all of those things, and the exercise, all of those things are part of what helps to create a well-rounded relationship and a well-rounded learner. So anyway, just wanted to share on that. And so it's a little food for thought from Jesse and I.